The kind's weepers are looking for their house father's body.
Oh, the torment. What a torment this is.
I've talked to Mark as you asked.
And so, pray tell, don't keep me waiting.
Do you trust my insight? Do you know that I can read people's souls?
Would I entrust you with such things if I didn't? Would I let you rewrite and redraw people's destinies if I didn't trust you, my angel?
He's not one to side with either the utopians or the humbled. He stands apart.
So? Why are you looking at me like that? This was not the most important of what you were going to tell me, was it?
Do you know of the rat prophet?
I sense something. When you uttered those words, I suddenly felt something familiar. As if something ran its sharp little claws across my back.
It's the creature that whispers fake false prophecies to you in your sleep.
Well then, thank you, beloved daughter. You've done all you could do. So that's who's been visiting me nightly. How frightening. I thought they weren't rats, but kind spirits of the earth.
Yes, it's frightening.
Matchmakers.
Well, I guess that's Katarina now knows that she does not have prophetic powers and hold on. Hold on. So she doesn't have prophetic powers, but she's been giving prophecies, possibly false prophecies, to her by the rat prophet. Let's see. I'm so confused. I believed every word she said. Why wouldn't I believe her if I can sense the truth with my very being? I can tell truth from lies, I'm certain of that. But then how to explain what has happened? Katerina herself was deceived, so the truth she was telling me reflected whatever lies someone told her? How is this even possible? And I think that this is talking about, so Clara, the character I'm playing as, can supposedly understand, can pull the truth out of people. But so we found out that Katerina, that person we were just talking to, she gets her prophecies from the rat prophet. Those were false prophecies. So Katerina was telling Clara what she believed to be the truth, and Clara believed her even though she should be able to tell truth from lies, like it says in there. So I think this is an indication that Clara can be lied to. It shows that the truth that Clara is pulling out is not necessarily absolute truth, but it's truth as it is from the perspective of the person that she's talking to. I feel like this is going to become extremely important somewhere along this ride, because so much of this game relies on personal truths or from certain perspectives. It's like when you talk, maybe let's see if Saburov has one. But it in the first playthrough you do with The Bachelor, you'll be told that nobody really lies in this town necessarily. Some people do, but it's more half-truths. It's more they won't tell you, they will tell you certain aspects of people. Like, let's check it out here. Here's Yulia Lurakiva's take on Alexander Saburov. He is a husband worthy of his wife. Whatever power each one of the ruling houses possesses is predicted upon a kind of dependable amalgamation between the preternatural power wielded by the mistress and the magisterial injunctions issued by the head of the family. However, Katerina is known to be sterile, which leaves Saburov with nothing but brute domineering. As soon as the moment is right, Saburov will attempt to seize absolute administrative power. In doing so, he will compensate himself for the debilitating misery of his spouse. So you can get sort of viewpoints of the other characters from the different characters, and they won't lie about what they say, but it's more that they will tell you a truth and frame it in such a way as to work towards their own ends. They'll tell you something true, you know, like in what Yulia just said. You find out that that Katerina has powers, which we're kind of finding out that she doesn't. So that's again that's not a lie from Yulia's perspective, that Katerina has powers and can prophesize. But we learned, but the same thing with when we learn about the rat prophet. You know, we find out that that's not true. But as far as Yulia knows, she's saying the truth as far as she understands it. And, we learn that Katerina is sterile, which is true, but she's sort of putting it that Alexander, is going to be seizing power and needs control over the town because of his essentially his poisoned marriage, and the fact that, he's not going to be able to have children because his wife is barren, which... It is more speculation, I believe, than truth, but it's sort of based on things that are true. It's all that sort of shit. Let's see. Okay, let's get back to the characters. I will restore order here, goddammit.
Father, if you only knew what I had to endure, but I found out that...
What? What did you find out?
Grief is not the mastermind. He really did prohibit murdering. The killers are being incited by a different man known as Barley the Barber.
If it's true, we need to inform the Bachelor immediately. He seems about to try to snatch Wolf's glory from under his nose.
I don't understand.
I've set up a trap for Grief. Sergeant Wolf found out that the killer's ringleader had called up a meeting at a certain secret location. All that remains is to discover that location, and we'll catch Grief red-handed. The ringleader is none other than him. It cannot be anyone else.
Actually, I haven't asked him yet. Because, you see, it was he who sent me to you to intercede on his behalf.
Enough. We'll discuss that later. Now to the business at hand. I need to send a message to Wolf at once.
See this sack? I stole it from Barley's lair. Take it. It's heavy and wet.
What's inside? Show me.
Look.
It's Wolf's head. The sergeant in charge of the operation. The one who first found out about the killer's secret meeting.
Barley killed him. He's the real leader of the Barber gang.
My most trusted patrolman. The sharpest, the most skillful and daring. I had him in mind as a replacement for Yakala, who had gone missing. Who am I to rely on now? Ah, the blackguard. He has as good as cut off my right hand. I've had enough. Where did you say they were hiding?
In a large, semicircular warehouse on this side of the river. It's quite nearby.
They are all done for. I'll crush these ones today, and the rest of them tomorrow. Let grief breathe for now. He must be in panic himself. We shall see in 2 days. So, you haven't asked about the river yet.
I'm going to now. So, I've done this grief a favor. Haven't I, Father?
Alright, and that's... Father won't be seeking Bad Grief's head anymore. This is good enough, but the problem of the outbreak remains unsolved. What is this black twirn? I need to ask Bad Grief about it, and the hooks I have set into him will help. So that's referencing the, earlier mission, part of this mission where I went and found a sack inside of a warehouse somewhere. There was a head in it. So I've been walking around with a fucking head. Do I still have it? I'm gonna drop it if I don't. Don't need it. No, I don't. Okay. That's disgusting. How dare they make me walk around with a fucking head? It's all wet. Clara's like, hey, look at this. I didn't even look inside. I just grabbed it. That's some shitty security they have right there. They can't even, they're getting cut up by a barber gang. I just imagine like they're all like the white barber suits, like the old school barber suits, and they've got like oversized scissors and they're just like cutting heads off, like shink. And they've got like the mustaches and the pomade hair, or pomade. Yeah. It's split down the middle. That's what the barber king looks like, and they're coming for you. Yeah, I'll take a little bit off the top. Shink. Oops. A little bit too much. Don't worry, it'll grow back. Oh, what? God damn it. I don't care about that shit. I need some more stuff. I don't know what it is. Every once in a while, I end up with a ton of water bottles, and I slowly amass a small fortune of bandages and tourniquets and whatever else. It's beautiful. I love it. There's nothing better than being prepared, especially in Pathologic. Ooh, by the way, the alpha's coming out. I don't have it just yet, but bear witness. So I got a couple things I want to do. I don't know why. I guess I shouldn't probably. I don't know why I don't need to announce it in front of everybody if it's not done. But the alpha's coming out at some point. I'm going to be taking a look at that. I guess the problem though is I'm a little disappointed. I guess it's a little disappointing to get the alpha of Pathologic 2, because that's something I was looking forward to play at PAX. And this is going to be the build that's going to be at PAX. So that's one less thing that I'm actually interested in going into PAX for 2018. So now I'm gonna have to find something else to be excited about. Look at this fucking death. Oh shit. Okay, I can just sneak out of here. Hopefully I can sneak out of here without getting fucking infected. My health is almost gone. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Let's see. Shit. There we go. Fuck. Oh my god. Don't you touch me. I'm almost dead. Oh, I'm so fucked. Did I get a letter? Okay. Of the bound fallen ill, the following sanitary precautions are hereby announced. There are citizens, so-called bound, who seem to be extraordinarily involved in town happenings. They are regularly contacted by people of different lines of occupation and social standing, including your two colleagues. They also try to compensate what they believe to be your inaction with their own efforts. In consideration of that, the executor committee has decided, 1, and this is all just a thing that's explaining some of the game mechanics. If a bound person falls ill, the door to their home shall be guarded by an executor. 2, while the bound person remains conscious, the executor should collect mail deliveries from them and pass over to them the provisions and medications delivered by the couriers. 3, in exceptional cases, it is allowed to visit the patient to enable communication with the bound person. The executor should resort to highly efficient antibiotic medicine, Foriamicillum. Vaccine serums and other such solutions should be administered if available in the same manner as all of the above. Executors Committee. So it's actually just talking about how so you have my list. Where's my list? Adherents. So these are all the adherents. I need them to be alive. In order for me to get my ending, Clara's ending, I need I'm gonna need them to be alive. And the way that my adherents die or get sick is if I fail one of the missions of the day. I don't complete them in a timely manner, which I'm actually running pretty close to the wire with this one. So if I don't complete the mission of the day, one of my adherents gets sick, and I have to cure them by day 12. And there's a couple different ways I can use these drugs. These schmouters, those will heal them up to that will heal them basically. Oh, where the fuck am I? Or the panacea that the Ruspex gives out. I can use some of those to cure them completely. Otherwise, what can happen too is that some of the other adherents, because the other the Bachelor and the Ruspex, the other characters that you can play as in the game, since you're not playing as those characters, they're failing their missions, and their bound are getting sick, which can affect not only which can, you know, removes their options, because you can choose any option for any, you can choose any of the endings for any of the characters as any character, as long as all the adherents are alive and are cured of their sickness. So if you're Clara, but I wanted to finish the game with Bachelor's ending, I would have to find all of the Bachelor's adherents and cure them, because some of them are going to be sick. So that's one thing. The other thing is that sometimes you need to talk to those characters to continue a quest. So if that person's sick, you can cure them completely, or alternatively, you can give them a special medicine, and that will allow you to talk to them, so they'll be available for the rest of the day. But the next day, they're going to be too sick again, and you won't be able to talk to them. So it's this whole thing. Anyways, that's enough. I believe Yokijiro or Pixel Demon's going to be coming up next. Well, we've got Yokijiro and Pixel Demon coming up next. I don't know who's going to be exactly. I don't exactly know who's going to be on there. But stick around. This is Virtual Light Emissions. This is Video Visions. Right here. Hold on. Oh, how do I do this? I got a different outro now. Let's try this.